So, it all started with Parvati. Well, yes, she was Parvati. Definitely wasn't Sati. She was definitely there in Kailash, so I think we could say safely that she was definitely Parvati. She realized, or maybe she knew it already, but she finally decided that motherhood wasn't complete without children, or being a woman wasn't complete without motherhood. She went to Lord Shiva, and she told him this, and he understood perfectly. And so they danced. And stories are very different, all of them, but some say that out of Shiva's chest emerged a very large blue ball of light, and it sailed to some spot in a grassland and turned into Kartikeya, their first son, the god of war. As being the god of war, he had to go off to war and fight all the demons that were being mean and being demons in the world. So his mother was left without any children again, and she was lonely. Shiva meditated so much. There's not really anyone else there. So, one day when she was taking a bath, she took the sandalwood that she had rubbed on her legs and she formed it into a boy. And that created Ganesh, her son. I think there was some time that passed when she fed him, gave him water, gave him yummy things, care, and such, and then Shiva was going to come home. I don't remember where he was going, but he came home, or he was going to come home, and Parvati wanted to be ready, so she went to go take a bath, and she told Ganesh to stay outside the door and not let anyone in. Ganesh did very well. He did as told, and he sat out there and waited and waited and waited, or sat and protected. And eventually Shiva came home, to his home, and he wanted to come into his home and go see his wife. And Ganesh, not knowing who he was and following the orders that his mother had given him, did not let him in. And things became more heated and arguments rose, and Ganesh called him some things like homeless and a vagrant and full of ashes and such, and unflattering things. And Shiva became quite angry, as one is prone to do when someone outside of your home who you don't know is telling you can't come in. So, he hefted his mighty trident, and he threw it at Ganesh. And off his head came, this little boy's head, which turned to ashes. No head which has been severed with that trident can be reunited again. So Parvati comes and finds her son without a head, and dead, obviously. She gets very angry. And when Parvati gets angry, it's a problem. Even more than Shiva. Even more. Everyone got afraid. Everyone goes, oh no, fudge, if we don't do something, if we don't calm her down, she's going to destroy the whole world. It's going to be a problem. So, Shiva told her, I have a plan, Shanta Chow, calm down, we'll be okay. I'll fix this, don't worry, be fine. So he told, some stories say Indra and Indra's people, his gods. And I think some stories include Brahma as being part of that. Some, I think, even include Vishnu. I'm not quite sure which is the most but one of them. So he told them to go. Gee. He told them to find the first animal they came to. It was lying, facing, I think it was north. I think it was north. Not positive. I think it was north. First animal they find sleeping with its face facing north. To bring back its head. They did so, and they found an elephant. A baby elephant. And this baby elephant was sleeping, or it might not have been sleeping anymore, away from its mother. The mother had abandoned it for whatever reason. Or maybe it had died and it abandoned it. I'm not really sure. So they took the head and they brought it back. And Shiva reattached it to Ganesha's body. And with his godly powers, brought him back to life. And he became the god of knowledge, the most wise. Ganesha. Ganapatiye. And oh yeah, I always forget that part. That's really important. Parvati had gone after Kartikeya left. This is important. After Kartikeya left, Parvati went into penance so that she could have another son. And she asked Brahma if she could have a son who had all of the best qualities of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. And, of course, he said yes. So Ganesh is the best. He's got all of the best qualities of them all in one. And that's really cool. And there's another story of how this came to be, and I will do it sometime, but through ways he became the foremost worshipped of all the gods, and he is worshipped first, and that brings ample and, I'm going to say, definite success to whatever the prayer is about. So, that is the story of Ganesh, his beginnings. And I think next time we will tell of how he became the first worshipped of gods. And that will be very interesting. May we all be well, and may God bless us. Namaskar.